6 retirement bills. Nobody warns you. Russ retired at 62 with more money than Hank. 14 months later, he was in trouble. Hank retired a year later on less. He has never had one bad month. Same town, same kind of work. Same retirement money, near enough. One of them had the bigger number. The other one had a list. I'm Earl, and that list decides it every single time. Here's what nobody tells you about the day the paycheck stops. Some bills don't stop with it. They start with it. 6 of them, and not one of the 6 ever shows up on a retirement calculator. Folks plan the retirement income side for 30 years. Then they get blindsided by the other side of the page. More than half of folks near retirement believe Medicare covers everything. It does not. Not close. 6 bills, folks. Miss one, and your first retired year costs more than your last working year. Stay with me for number 5 especially. Nobody sees that one coming. Not even the careful ones. 'Cause this ain't a video about whether you can afford retirement. You probably can, folks. It's about knowing what starts the day you do. If you're over 55, tap subscribe first. Let me put 2 retired men in front of you. Both left work inside a year of each other. Meet Russ, 62, retired tool and die maker. Ran his income numbers twice. Never wrote down what starts. And meet Hank, 63, retired postal supervisor. Less money, 1 legal pad, 6 lines on it. Now Russ ain't careless, and I want that clear. He did more math than most folks ever do. He just did it all on one side of the page, the side with the money coming in. And every one of these 6 is a number you can find in an afternoon. Looking 'em up costs nothing. Bill number 1, the health bridge between the day you quit and the day Medicare starts. If you start retirement at 62, that's 3 years you cover yourself. Nobody covers that stretch for you. And folks, the price of that bridge just changed. Changed hard. And it changed this year. Those extra credits that held marketplace premiums down for 4 years? They expired at the end of last year. The average yearly premium for folks getting help went from about $888 to $1,904. That is more than double, folks. Same plan. Same fella. Same health. Different year. And age gets priced in. A 62-year-old can be charged 3 times what a 21-year-old pays. In a lot of places, the middle plan runs $1,000 a month before any help at all. Then there's the cliff, and this one is cruel. Earn $62,600, and you get help. Earn $1 more, and you get nothing. $1, folks, and the whole credit disappears. Russ found that out in November. He had already handed in his retirement notice back in March. Hank priced his bridge before he picked his retirement date. Took him one evening at the kitchen table. So price that bridge first, folks, not after. That one number can move your retirement date a whole year. That's 1 down, 5 to go. Bill 2, everything your employer was quietly paying for. Not the salary, folks. The stuff underneath it that never once showed up on your check. Dental, vision, life insurance, disability, the savings account they were putting money into, the match on your retirement account, the group rates you only got for work in there. Every one of those ends on the same day. Not gradually, not next year. That day. And here's why it blindsides good people. You never budgeted for 'em. 'Cause you never paid for 'em. They were invisible, folks. And invisible things never make it onto a retirement plan. Not one of 'em. Russ figured his cost of living by looking at his bank statement. Sounds sensible, don't it? But none of that stuff was on his bank statement. It came out before the money ever reached him. So his real cost of living was higher than his own statement said. And he had no idea. Hank got a copy of his benefits summary before he walked out. He just asked for it. Then he wrote down every line his employer paid, and what it would cost him to buy it himself. Do that this month, folks. Ask for the sheet. It is free, It takes one phone call, and it fixes your retirement budget. 2 down, 4 to go. Now remember Russ, who figured 65 would fix everything? Bill 3. What Medicare never covers in retirement. Not at 65, not at 80, not ever. Dental, vision, hearing. 3 things that get more expensive as you get older, not less. Cleanings, fillings, crowns, glasses, hearing aids. None of it. Not $1 of it. Folks put that at $3,000 to $5,000 a year, out of pocket, every single year. And Medicare itself ain't free either, which surprises an awful lot of good people. Part B runs about $202.90 a month right now, plus a yearly deductible around $283 before it pays out a thing. More than half of folks near retirement think Medicare handles all of it. There's your gap, folks. I did a whole video on the Medicare choice you can almost never undo. Card is right up there. Russ met his first crown at 67. It came straight out of the retirement account he was protecting. Hank keeps a small separate line and calls it Teeth and Eyes. Boring name. Works every time. Open that line now, folks. Even $50 a month. It is the cheapest of the 6. All right? Before number 4, let's gripe about something together for a minute. Why is it every one of these websites makes you create an account, verify your email, answer 3 questions about a truck you sold in 1994, and then shows you a price? Tell me down in the comments. What's the most ridiculous hoop anybody made you jump through this year? Get it off your chest, then come on back, because number 4 is the sneakiest one on this list. That's 3 of them. We are halfway home. Bill 4. The tax on your own retirement money. And here's the part that catches the good savers, folks. That retirement balance ain't all yours. Every dollar you pull off the traditional side counts as income in the year you pull it. So a $10,000 emergency does not cost $10,000. It costs more than that. You gotta pull enough to cover the bill and the tax on the pull. That right there is the trap. And if that pull shoves you up into the next bracket, the whole thing gets uglier fast. The folks at Boston College put surprise repairs around $3,300 a year for the average retired household. Health surprises add about $4,100 on top. That's the average, folks, not the bad year. Now, I ain't saying don't use the account. That is exactly what a retirement account is for. I'm saying know the real price before you reach for it, so it don't surprise you twice. Russ pulled $12,000 to cover one rough year. Come April, he learned it was really 15. Hank keeps 2 years of ordinary spending outside the tax-deferred side. Surprises come out of there. One of them paid the bill. The other one paid the bill and the government. Same emergency, folks. 4 down, 2 to go. Bill 5. The one I told you to stay for. Here is why. Everybody assumes the first year of retirement is the cheap year. You stopped commuting, didn't you? No more lunches out, no more work clothes, no more gas money 5 days a week. Folks, the research says the exact opposite. Retirement spending is at its highest right at the start. They call it the spendin' smile. High at the beginning, it dips through the middle, then climbs at the end. And it makes perfect sense the second you say it out loud. You finally have time. Time is the thing that costs money. Every hour you used to be at work is an hour you can spend now. The trip you put off 11 years. The visits, the projects, the whole while we still can list. And none of that is wrong. I want to be real clear. That is the entire point of retiring. But if your retirement plan assumed year 1 was the cheapest year, that plan is off from day 1. Russ budgeted retirement like a working man who just stopped working. His first 18 months came in way over. Hank budgeted his first 3 years higher than his working years. On purpose. And came in under. So plan the smile, folks. Front load it. Expecting it is a whole lot cheaper than explaining it later. All right, one more to go. Let's count what we have got so far. The bridge, the benefits, teeth and eyes, the tax on your own money, and the cost of free time. 5 bills, folks, and every single one was findable before you ever handed in your notice. Which brings me to the last one. Honestly, it's the one folks are quietest about. Nobody wants to say it out loud at the kitchen table. So let's just say it right here. Bill 6, the family line. The one that never gets written into a retirement plan anywhere. Near half of parents are helping a grown child with money in some way. Near half. And of the ones helping, about half are taking it out of their retirement savings to do it. Out of the retirement account that has to last 30 years to cover something that came up this month. Now, I am not here to tell you to stop helping your kids. That ain't my business, and it ain't my place. I am here to tell you to put it on the page. A line, with a number sitting next to it. 'Cause help with no number on it has got no bottom. And you find that bottom the hard way. And there's the other direction too, ain't there? Plenty of retirees are helping a parent at the very same time. Caught in the middle, paying both ways, and neither one of those lines was ever in the plan. Russ never wrote a number. He just said yes when it came up. 4 years of yes adds up. Hank wrote a yearly number and told his kids what it was. Awkward conversation. One time only. And you know what? Everybody knew where they stood after that. Nobody had to guess anymore. So give it a number this month, folks. A number you choose is kinder than a number that just happens. So there's your 6. The bridge, the benefits, teeth and eyes, the tax, the cost of time, and the family line. 6 retirement bills that start the day the paycheck stops. And not one of them is on a calculator. Here's the thing about Russ and Hank. Hank retired on less money, and he sleeps better. Not because he was smarter, folks. Because he spent one evening writing 6 lines on a legal pad. Want my one-page version of these 6? Type bridge in the comments, and I will send it over. If this one landed somewhere true, tap that like button. It's how another retiree finds it. And if you ain't subscribed, come on in. This is the retirement talk nobody ever schedules for you. Pick one this week. Just one. Price it, write it on your retirement page, and the other 5 get easier. This is Earl. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other.